Welcome back, everybody. Today's project day. We're going to try to get as much filmed as we can. As anybody can tell you, if they're a vlogger at all, it's kind of hard to do that. Get something done productive and then get it on film. So let's take these 8D batteries over to my D8 Cat and get them back in the tractor and get them installed. They weren't really bad. I thought I haven't ran that dozer since October, so I thought I'd come and bring them over here and touch them up, put them on the triple charger for a couple of days. That is going to happen. And then a while back I posted a video on fixing this door. We had a roller go out. I'm going to have to swap out these horizontal tracks. They're 12-inch radius. The sections are 24s. And anytime you do this with a commercial door, if you got the headroom, use 15-inch radius track. Okay, it gives you more room. It runs smoother. The problem is you've got that 24 inches over that 12. It puts the door in just a little bit of a drag bind. And you also notice there's that cable up there is loose on there, which we've got to address that. I think my horizontals are out of whack a little bit. They need to be shifted north or south to straighten that up. And then maybe I need to take a little more tension on that spring up there too. Looks like to me there isn't much of a wind left on there. You can see up there, you can see that line painted across there. Well, there should be about a half a wind on there to keep them cables tight. That's something I didn't take the time to do. So anyhow, I'm going to move some stuff around here. I'm going to pull this pickup out, get it out of the way, so I can bring some of this good lumber back in the shop. Stick it over here somewhere so it's dry. I mean, it's not great lumber, but it's something I can keep. If I need a piece of treated lumber, I can grab it and use it for a form or something like that. So anyway, I'll bring you back here in after a bit. Well, let's come over off of my deck at the house. We replaced a bunch of lumber, and so this is just a bunch of leftovers for that. Really isn't worth much money, but it is to me, I guess. It's just the way lumber prices are now. There might be one more in here. All right. Alright, I'm heading over to the dozer right now. We're gonna drive over there and stick them batteries in and get that job over with. It's a lot easier taking them out. They're, I don't know, they're probably about 100 pounds a piece, I suppose. I got one rope handle on one side, and the other side's just, I gotta take the fingertip and pry them up in there and get it in there the best I can. Anyway, I'll bring you back when we get over there. Alright, we're about to the dozer now. Looks like I need to start mowing some grass over here. It's getting pretty pathetic. I just put 2 brand new tires on my 77 Oliver tractor. Mowed a little bit the other day. I just been too busy, and it looks like to me I need to come over here and do a bunch of mowing over here. There's the D8. That's where we're going to end up putting these batteries at, so go ahead and get backed up here. Line up a little bit better. What do you want to bet that that center pivot's stuck right there at the end tower? I bet you a dime to donut it's stuck. I guess we'll have to check that out here after we get the batteries put in. I guess we're there. Well, it's about 65 degrees out. It's just right for bull snakes to be laying around, so you have to watch out where you're going. Let's see here. Well, first of all, we need to open up. We need to open up the gate here. So the trick here is, I'm going to have to get a bungee cord. I'm going to have to hold that up and then slide them batteries in there. And like I said, I got one handle on it right here to hold, to help pick it up, and then the other one, I'm going to have to just put my fingers back here. Hope I don't drop them. So let me mount this camera somewhere, and then we'll put you back on. Well, let's support this a little bit. Get a bungee cord up here. Find a place to hook it. I don't know. That's pretty good right there. There. Okay. Get my handy dandy gloves on here. Oh, a lot easier coming out than it is coming back in. Gotta take the bungee cord off now. There's one in there partially. Oh, gee. Christmas. There we go. Okay, I think that's as good as she goes. Get my battery cleaner here. Touch these up real quick. I know one thing I forgot to grab is some wasp spray. There's a few wasps flying around in there that it's cool enough. They're not very active right now. I probably won't try to start it today. Just because I don't want to take the time to do it, but it gets a little warmer. I mean, it's only 62 or 65. I don't know what it is now, but I like to have it as warm as possible. It does have glow plugs, and normally you don't have to use it when it's above 60 degrees, but it's recommended to put them on for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Warm up them cylinders, preheat them, and that way makes it a lot easier to start. Otherwise, that's a big old motor. It's just hard to crank that big engine, get it spinning fast enough. So the more heat in that cylinder, the better combustion you're going to have for that diesel. So I usually just go ahead and fire them up and run them for about 60 seconds, and that way I know I'm covered. I don't know how much you're seeing. I don't know, maybe not seeing any of this. I don't know. I can't really tell. All right, let's see here. It goes just like that. Negative to positive. Well, one of these days we'll come over here and we'll fire this baby up and keep the batteries charged. And the batteries are only a couple years old, and you can see right on there it says 1124. And honestly, when I put them on the trickle charger, they had 12.2 volts. So they were, but I like to see them close to 13 volts. Now I couldn't get my trickle charger to boost them up that high, but they're at 12.9. Both of them together, so I'll probably throw some jumper cables on it when I get ready to start it, just to help it out a little bit, just to make sure, because you only have one shot at this. If you run the batteries low, and you don't get her fired up, and it's just, then you got to reverse the process, take the batteries back out, or leave the jumper cables on them with your pickup running for an hour, which is no fun. We'll stick these tie downs on now. It looks like I'm missing a washer. Put it on the outside one. I probably got another washer. I probably ought to dig another washer out. They're not going to fall out. This just basically keeps them from vibrating, so they don't rub a hole in them, and that'd be disastrous. They're sitting on a thick rubber mat right now. Let me jump down and get a washer. Actually, this is the perfect time to come over and put these in, because like I said, there's wasps in there, and there's not a lot. There's probably a couple of nests in there somewhere. The other day when I took the batteries out, they were kind of flying around, and one of them tried to come back in here where I was working, and I don't like wasps. All right, move my bungee cord out of the way. Set this back down. Swing the gate over. Put the key back in. Come on, really? All right, well, that'd be that. Okay, so when I come back next time, I think I got one of these wires that are broke off. This is my glow plug, makeshift plug in manually, and you have to put that in there. It's just broke off. And then I think I got There's one of them here. That one there don't look too whippy. It's kind of loose. And then I think I got one over here that's, nah, it's still on there. I think I got one behind the air cleaner here that's loose and maybe broke off. But of course, you know, look at, you can't even get in there. There's the other one over there. I don't think you can see it, but there's the glow plug wires that go down in there. There's your injectors. So I always have to usually plug them in and preheat this so it will warm up and then fire up. Otherwise, it's you know, that's a big engine. It's 270 horse, I think, and it's just one of them things that if you don't warm up the cylinders, the serial number on this is it's a 17 series, 17,000. That's a D342 Caterpillar engine. And like I said, it's just, I got a bunch of cleanup to do. I got this barn that needs pushed into a pile and burned. It's already in a pile, but I need to push it away where it's not going to catch fire. I don't know if I throw it over the bank and bury it with dirt, let it go that way, or and then I got a bunch of sadness over there. That house over there, it's, I don't know, I've got some stuff in there stored. It's, you know, it probably should be tore down. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet, whether I'm going to kind of keep it as a storage unit, take the windows out and cover them up, or what, I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of how I bought the property years ago. It's just run down. Barn fell down years ago, and there it sits. So anyway, well, we're gonna head back to the house and work on the garage door, replace them horizontals and get that done. So that's driving me nuts. Before we leave, we're gonna walk over here to this center pivot and just see if it's stuck out there. I'm guessing it probably is. I'm gonna drive over through these weeds here, and I did spray some herbicide over here a while back, and this just needs a general cleanup. That's what that dozer's for. I gotta clean all these trees up, and it's just a mess. Let's see if it's stuck here. I'm just curious if this thing's stuck. Let's see if we can find a rattlesnake or a bull snake in here somewhere. There's a bunch of tall grass I don't like walking into. Oh, it ain't stuck. I don't think it's stuck at all. But it has been rubbing pretty hard. You can see that it ain't gonna be long. If it's going the other way, it'd sure get stuck. You see how them gearboxes have been rubbing right there. But it's still good. Looks like there's a spot down at the bottom of the hill, though it ain't too whoopy. But I don't know. We've got a bunch of mud rock on the hill over here. We probably should fill this track up a little bit, but well, that's the tenant's problem, not mine. So anyway, we'll bring you back when we get to the shop.